At this time, I would like to introduce the Honorable Dr. Marilee Fullerton, Minister of Long-Term Care, and invite her to share more details about today's announcement. Minister?
Thank you, Emily, and good afternoon. I want to start by thanking all of our partners on the ground who've been working around the clock to protect our most vulnerable people during this terrible pandemic. While 2021 has begun with a feeling of optimism with the rollout of the COVID vaccinations, the fact remains that community spread is still a serious threat to our long-term care homes. We will get through this, and we all have to do our part to stop the spread of this virus by following the public health guidelines. Our government will continue to do everything we can to make sure our long-term care homes and their hospital partners have what they need to battle this terrible virus. At the same time, we also need to continue our important work towards building a modern 21st century long-term care system that is resident-centered and revitalize the long-term care sector. This will improve the quality of life and quality of care for our loved ones for years to come. Today, we have gathered to launch a pilot scholarship program to train up to 300 personal support workers to work in long-term care homes in the Ottawa area. It will be delivered in partnership with Willis College and provided at no cost to accepted applicants. This will help us attract a much-needed workforce to long-term care. And the program will follow a unique delivery model. It will not only offer students a strong knowledge base, but it will also offer actual on-the-job experience well before their clinical placement. So I would like to thank our partners, Willis College, for designing a curriculum that speaks to both the needs of the sector as well as that of the students. And I would also like to congratulate the students who are starting their new professional journeys. I wish you all the very best. Personal support workers are the backbone of every long-term care home, and I like to add that they are often the heart of the home, along with the other staff and support. Residents and their families always have stories about their PSWs and how significant they are to their daily lives. And I have stories of the PSWs that helped my family members when they were in long-term care as well. So I want to thank Willis College for really an amazing program. And I've been fortunate to have been connected to them over the years and understand the value that their program provides. It is such an important step in our government's historic long-term care staffing plan. And this staffing plan is the longer-term plan as we create thousands of new spaces for our workers of the future, as we work to address the current situation in long-term care with COVID. So this plan sets out actions to hire more staff, improve working conditions for existing staff, drive effective and accountable leadership, and implement retention strategies. So to implement our staffing plan starting this year, we are making additional annual investments culminating in $1.9 billion annually to create more than 27,000 new positions for PSWs and nurses in long-term care within 4 years. This is starting now. This will allow us to achieve our commitment to increase the hours of direct care for residents to an average of 4 hours a day, making Ontario the Canadian leader in the provision of care. This is a monumental task, and we cannot do it alone. The efforts of all partners will be needed: long-term care homes, professional associations, labor, regulatory bodies, and education and training partners. Together, we will make the vision for a modern and safe long-term care sector a reality. And once again, I would like to congratulate the students for starting their careers in long-term care. Welcome. We need you. Our most vulnerable need you too. And now I would like to thank you all very much for your attention and invite Minister John Yakubuski, our MPP from Renfrew, Nipissing, and Pembroke, to say a few words.
Well, thank you so much, Minister Fullerton. It's indeed an exciting day here for me in Barry's Bay, the rest of you elsewhere, but nevertheless, we're talking about the beginning of new careers for 300 eager students embarking on a career as a PSW. And you said it best, Minister Fullerton, the heart of the home. We do need them so badly, and one of the reasons we need them is the tremendous work that you are doing in long-term care, changing that sector in such a dramatic fashion, even in the face of a pandemic, bringing modernization and expansion all across the province of Ontario so that we're in a better position to take care of our population as they age. And I'm very proud today to be standing with you, even virtually, to hear the announcement that Willis College, who I have a long history with, Rima and I go back many years, and I am absolutely confident that Willis College, they've always been able to deliver. So I'm very, very happy that they've been chosen as one of the first to deliver 300 new PSWs ready to assist and enhance and protect our most vulnerable. This is great news, and just as you have always done, Minister Fullerton, following through on commitments that you have made. So I'm just pleased as punch that we could be making this announcement today, because this is a game changer. As you said, 27,000 new PSWs will be created through these programs. This is exactly what we need. You've made the commitment to the 4 hours of care. As a result, we need more PSWs, and you're doing exactly what we need to do, and working with great partners like Willis College to ensure that we are able to turn new PSWs out into an exciting career. And let me not forget the PSWs themselves and the 300 that are going to join Willis College in getting their work with Willis College and getting their credentials. Thank you. This is indeed, you're doing the work of angels when we work with our most vulnerable in long-term care. So thank you for making this choice. You know that our minister is there to back you, and working with Willis, we're looking forward to seeing you well on the road to providing that care to those people that matter so much to all of us, and particularly the families of those in long-term care. So thank you very much. And now it's my pleasure to turn it over to my good friend and Rima Aristocrat to tell you a little bit more about Willis's college role. Thank you.
Thank you, Minister Yakubuski, and good afternoon, everyone. Firstly, let me say thank you to everyone who took the time to be virtually here today. Willis College, established in 1866, is Canada's oldest private career college. We pride ourselves on providing top quality education and training. As a private career college, we adopt our programs by listening to employers, looking at the current trends in healthcare, business, and technology, and adopt our programs accordingly. Our students become immediate assets to any organization who are fortunate enough to hire them. Doesn't 2020 seem so distant now? When we heard our healthcare system was struggling with pandemic, we discussed with our graduates working as a PSWs in a field in long-term care homes how, being on the front line, they were sacrificing time with their families, friends, and loved ones to ensure our vulnerable sector in the community were getting the best care they possibly could provide. They really, truly care. We communicated with our long-term care and other retirement community employers who hire our graduates to get an idea on how many PSWs were needed in the immediate and a long-term future. Well, plan was developed, and here we are today making an announcement. We are already underway. I thank the Ontario government. And finally, but most importantly, Minister Fullerton and your entire team. You and your team works tirelessly. Thank you for putting your faith in our ability to deliver. We are well underway. And now I would like to invite our President and CEO, Henry Devlin, to say a few words.
Rima, thank you very much. As the President and CEO of Willis College, I want to thank the province for allowing the college to participate in such an important pilot. As Rima indicated, over the last several weeks, my entire team has worked night and day to generate student interest in this program. These students are coming from various communities across the city and will produce one of the most diverse group of graduates we can assemble. The biggest education barrier for most students during this pandemic is finding the tuition they need to attend school. The PSW 300 helps them over this hurdle and allows them to pursue a career that is both fulfilling and in high demand. Regardless of how the economy changes due to COVID, the need for frontline workers will remain. Starting on January 25th, we will have our first cohort, and over the next few months, 300 new PSWs will be in class. The program will be delivered online 4 days per week and 1 day a week in a care home. The launch of this pilot today is exciting for Willis College, but equally as exciting for care homes across the National Capital Region. Upon graduation, these students will provide the much needed staffing our care home partners are desperately looking to hire. Again, thank you to the province, Minister Fullerton, for allowing Willis College to participate in this pilot. Thank you.